G'day, Ben. How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm great. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Spitball video. It's our Thursday night Spitball. Rearranged it a little bit this week. And if you've never watched us before, we throw Spitballs at our DVD collection and talk about where it lands
Where it
or...
lands. I don't care for this. I don't like change. Is it going to be different? Is it a different Thursday vibe?
Well, let's find out. Would you like to take the honours this time, my friend? This is also not broken up or edited, so when we fuck up, we fuck up. Just
my paper tore in half. Gross.
Oh,
it's split.
No, we're well and truly on Hacksaw Ridge.
No, that's the you can't see because it's under the umbrella, but the majority of it is on
Alien Nation or Ant-Man. That's man, I've never seen that done before on a Spitball.
I do like Alienation.
All right, let's talk about that.
I like that film.
Yeah,
I like the TV series and I like the film.
What did you know about first? Like, what came under your radar first?
Believe it or not, I think from memory I saw the TV series first.
I reckon most people our generation would have been into the TV show before they knew it was a film.
Like and you know, like George San Francisco and and I can't remember who the guy was that played the human lead. But it was because it's Mandy Patinkin in the
James
movie.
Caan?
No, in the movie it's James Caan.
Yes.
And Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah, yes.
But I can't remember who the. I don't think either of those. I mean, James Caan certainly didn't, but I don't think Mandy Patinkin reprised his role in the TV series either.
I think I've got his face in my mind. I can't place a name.
Yeah. He looks like the good-looking TV version of Mick Jagger, but it's not. It's not Mick Jagger. It's not. Yeah.
As per usual.
Yeah. But I do, I love the whole universe, like the universe building, like the fact that it's a slave ship, the fact that water is acidic to them, to the aliens. They love rotten milk. And isn't there something about cats? Do they eat? I don't know what the thing is.
That's Elf.
Yeah. Yeah. All aliens look the same to me, but
it's a great film. Obviously, it's a social commentary. It's got parallels with culture and all that kind of stuff. The recent movie Bright was very much a modern take on that, which I didn't think too much of. The new David Ayer film.
Yeah, I watched it, but I didn't pay that much attention.
I think people like myself, all we could think of was Alien Nation. It's like just pissed off the whole time that they've ripped off.
Yeah, I've seen this before. I don't need to watch this again.
That's Alienation on Blu-ray, and that is a good Blu-ray release from Umbrella. That's well worth a look if you're into that film. By the way, it's about a buddy cop film. One's an alien and one's a human. So just to give a little bit of context there.
Yeah, like classic buddy cop material.
Yeah, so good. I watched that with my son.
And there's a great scene in the beginning where he kicks one of the aliens in the nuts, and he just looks at him funny, and then afterwards, Mandy Patinkin's like, I think if you hit him under the arms, you'll get the reaction that you are.
I forgot about how he talks in it. That's exactly how very clinical and very serious. How good's Mandy Patinkin?
He's so good.
Yes,
he's very nice.
Yeah,
nice and polite.
He is. Do you prefer him with a beard or without a beard?
Patinkin.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Because like in The Doctor and I think it was Chicago Hope or one of those shows, he's
got the beard.
Got the beard.
And then in things like Dead Like Me and stuff, he doesn't. There's no beard. He's in Homeland. He's bearded.
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. He's got like a
mustache.
kind of like a goatee.
Oh,
no, does he have a goatee, or does he just have the mustache? I think it's just a mustache.
Yeah.
It's, my name is Diego Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Whoa!
No doubt about that. That landed on Sin City.
Frank Miller's Sin City.
It is actually the second one, which I was not a huge fan of.
No, I saw that. I went to see it in America at the cinemas when I was there.
Number two?
Because I went to. I was in Hollywood, and I wanted to go and see a movie at Mann's Chinese Theatre because I thought I need to go see a big blockbuster movie.
Yep.
And I had done that the previous time I'd been. I was there with a friend of mine, James Fergan, and I said the same thing. I was like, "We got to go to Mann's Chinese Theatre, and we have to see a blockbuster."
Yeah.
And at that point, it was the Dukes of Hazzard movie.
Oh no!
We were like. There may have been 4 people in that cinema, and I love Broken Lizard, but even the Super Troopers cameo could not save that film.
No, not at all. Did you see the sequel or prequel, I should say?
No, I did not.
Yes, there you go.
Is it direct to video? That one?
Of course it is. Yeah.
Does Jay Chandrasekhar direct that one as well?
No. It's
It
like
was,
when Without a Paddle 2 came along, or Van Wilder, The College Years came along. It's like, that kind of caliber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it. Like, it can't be worse than the first one. It could actually be better. Who plays Daisy Duke?
I've not.
It's not Jessica Simpson
No,
again,
it's not
is
Jessica
it?
Simpson.
Jessica
Simpson.
Simpson.
In fact, I think she almost looks the same age. But anyway,
As Jessica Simpson.
I think, yeah.
Dukes of Hazzard.
It's not something I paid a lot of attention to. Nor is it something that
Dukes of Hazzard, the beginning?
Anybody watching cares
Oh, it's
about.
April Scott. I do like April Scott, actually.
There you go. Now you've got reason to watch it.
Do I like April Scott? Is April Scott who I...
Do I?
It's not who I was thinking of. I don't know who April Scott is. Don't care. Sorry, April, if you're listening to the show, I am not familiar with your work.
Man,
and thus am not going to watch Dukes of Hazzard the beginning because of you.
That was an interesting circle you just took.
Yeah, I don't know who any of them.
I read
and Harlan Williams is in it, and Sherilyn Fenn, and Willie Nelson.
Well, if Harlan
and
Williams...
Christopher McDonald. This is actually an all-star cast. I'll be watching.
It's a must-see.
What's his name is in it as well? Oh, it's just disappeared on me. But Sheriff Lucas Black from American Gothic.
Yep,
he's in it.
What's his name? Anyway, that sounds like a must-see film.
Yep.
We haven't spoken about Sin City yet.
Who cares? It's not as good as the first one.
Well, let's talk about the first one briefly. I think it was a pretty awesome movie, but I think it's aged very poorly over the years.
No, I don't. I mean, I last time I watched it, which admittedly was maybe 2 years ago, I didn't. Yeah. I was still as. It was just, to be honest with you, watching that movie, it was just good to watch a lot of those people still alive and looking young and doing cool shit.
Yeah, no, it was a cool movie. I remember it being a cool movie, but I just think it's sort of a victim of its time. I think it looks like a movie that they made back in the early 2000s and it doesn't hold up anymore. Oh, no. But I love the Elijah Wood stuff in there. That's fantastic.
And it's Mickey Rourke's best film.
Yeah, easily,
probably.
Easily.
Since Diner,
easily.
My mitts.
Was Josh Hartnett in that?
And my mitts. Yes, he was.
Yeah, see, and he was recently in Wrath of Man.
He was, yeah. Alexis Bledel pops up in that. Rosario Dawson, Benicio del Toro, Brittany Murphy. It's like an all-star cast.
And one particular sequence was directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Yes.
And the reason being is because Tarantino, up until then, and I think still refuses to shoot on digital. Right. And it was Rodriguez saying to him, just come and shoot some so you can see what it's like. Because I think they had a little bit of a disagreement on how they filmed stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it's a little bit of trivia.
They used to be like best buddies, but you don't really... I mean, Robert Rodriguez, it seems to have dropped off the map.
No.
Like in terms of just like public appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Like he doesn't seem to be as in the media.
No, but he still he made that Alita, that movie Alita.
Yeah.
And he's got a new Shark Boy movie coming out that looks or sounds fantastic because it's Shark Boy now grown up into an adult.
Right.
So it's kind of playing for an older audience.
I just want them to make Aquaman that James Cameron shot in Entourage. Like I don't need Shark. Like just make that, because that movie, that scene of him walking like down the boardwalk as the giant wave crashes around him is like one of the greatest images of the cinema,
and he produced the Spy Kids animated TV show recently. So there you go.
Never liked Spy Kids.
I love Spy Kids. I love it. Don't like number 3, but I like 1, 2, and 4.
I like that Ricardo Montalban is in them, but apart from that,
I love that Machete's in them.
Yeah,
as Machete.
As Machete.
All right, your turn.
Oh,
one more each.
I dip it in the water. And I throw it at the wall, and it doesn't stick to anything.
Have another go, because I don't even know where that went.
I don't know where it went.
Not that it matters. Oh, freaking hell, man. It's all over the desk. It's all over the wall.
I splooged. But I was very careful. I didn't want to hit the camera with any of my splooge.
Fair enough. I'd rather you hit the camera.
But career opportunities?
Yeah, let's go with career opportunities.
I mean, it's career opportunities or Coyote Ugly. I'd rather talk about it.
And if you're wondering if my movies are in alphabetical order, they're in A, B, C, but they're not strictly...
They're not alphabetical within those letters.
No, that's why they are.
That's why Career Opportunities and Black Hawk Down are next to each other.
No.
I mean, they are.
Because we're right at the edge
And
of where like C and
B join.
B and C. Yeah. Anyway,
And, career opportunities.
no one can see that.
No.
I love career opportunities. John Hughes, although he didn't direct it, as far as I remember.
No, I think he just produced it.
Was
Or
it,
based on a screenplay.
Who was this
something.
one? Howard Dutch, I think, maybe directed this
Oh,
one.
I have no idea. I know it's
Okay.
Frank Wiley, and I know it's
Jennifer Connelly.
Admiral Chegwin from JAG plays his dad, plays Frank Wiley's dad, who forces him to get a job
Let's
working at night shift.
give
at
a brief
supermarket.
synopsis so I can have time to look up who directed it.
Well, Frank Wiley's working night shift at a Kmart or Target, something like that, one of those big, like a Walmart type store. And one night, his dream girl, Jennifer Connelly, kind of stays behind and gets locked in the store, and they kind of start having a good time, like,
What
abusing,
teenagers do.
What teenagers do. They
Yeah.
put on roller skates and skate around the store and jump in the trampolines and get up to all sorts of mischief. And then they're interrupted by a robbery where Dermot Mulrooney and I can't remember who the two other guys are break in and kind of hold them hostage.
Yes. It's a great movie. I'd forgotten about it. It's one of those John Hughes movies that kind of just sort of fell away. And the director of it was Brian Gordon, who really has only made 3 films. I've never heard of Pie in the Sky, not the newer Pie in the Sky.
Not the TV series with...
No, but he directed episodes of The Wonder Years, Freaks and Geeks. He did 2 episodes of stuff like that. Boston Public, Curb Your Enthusiasm, did quite a few of those. So there you go.
Did he direct episodes of Boston Common? I used to love that TV
Boston,
show.
it's like, were they connected like the Chicago series is?
Not at all.
Okay, cool.
Except that they were both set in Boston.
Excellent. Career opportunities. Yeah, it's fun. One of those films we went through when my kids were younger. We did a John Hughes binge and just introduced them to the world of John Hughes, and they love it. And that was a good one. That I like introducing them to the non-John Hughes ones. So that one, and what's the one with Ed O'Neill?
Dutch or
Dutch,
Driving Me Crazy.
Yeah, that is a banger. Once again, forgotten. And it's just excellent.
What I like about that film is that it's Ethan Embry and Ed O'Neill.
Yeah.
And then later, 20 years later, they would go on to play the 2 leads in the Dragnet TV show with their partners.
That's right.
You're like, this is
Ed O'Neill played Popeye Doyle in the French Connection TV show.
Of course he did. Who else would you want?
And Google it. It's anyway. Do I have one left? Or
I think you've got one left.
All right. Then we're done. All right, I'm going to go behind you this time. But I think I might go down low because I haven't really... I can't see where that landed.
That landed on Wrongfully Accused, or in between that and Weekend at Bernie's.
Well, mate, double banger. Let's just go Wrongfully Accused because, man, when it comes to parody spoof movies, this one is one of my favourites. Directed by Pat Proft. It's the only film he ever directed. And I've approached Pat Proft many times to come on this show. Oh, look at that. Show on the spine. Spitballed. Boom.
Gross.
So Pat Proft, I've approached him many times to come on the show. He has seen my messages. I can tell because it says "seen" at the bottom. The first time I approached him, his response was something to the effect of, "What's it all about?" And I explained. And that was the end of that.
That was it.
Yeah.
Not interested.
But anyway,
because you said, was it pointless? It was in the synopsis of the show. Pointless interviews, tactless interviews,
tactless interviews. Well, I'm not.
I mean, you think he would appreciate it?
Yeah, I mean, I was tactless with a lot of very big guests. Like you think. Anyway, whatever. Wrongfully Accused is fantastic. He's the guy that also was behind Police Academy, so his career goes right back. And he's worked with the Zucker brothers and the Abrahams, and he's very, very big in that world. Even a couple of scary movies he wrote. Parody on The Fugitive, and it's just it's one of those films. There's so much.
It's a parody. I mean, it's a parody of Titanic on the front
cover.
Yeah,
that's in there. There's a parody of so many films in there. But
I had a big crush on Melinda McGraw when this came out. But I think because was she in the Commish? Before, I know we've mentioned the Commish twice this week as well. But was she in the Commish before this? Is that where she was from?
When you say twice this week, you mean also on the show. Go back to our Monday's episode of Good Movie Monday. It's talking about biopics. So, anyway.
Unfortunately, there is no biopic of Melinda McGraw, which I would definitely watch.
Okay, so I mean, you can't go wrong with a quote that says one of Leslie Nielsen's funniest.
No. I mean,
Okay, never forget about 2001: A Space Travesty. Like, you know, Spy Hard. What's that? Look, this is from Manga Pacific, mate.
Oh, I love Magna Pacific.
Yes.
I used to do a bit of business with him back in the day.
Look, he plays the fiddle with his nose.
Because he's that talented.
Yep. I don't even know if it's worth doing what you're doing.
Ooh. I just want to see what because I know I'd seen her in something before that. I can't find her. She's in a lot of stuff. She's in the Larry Sanders Show. I can't see where this is made. It's making for fascinating videos. Me going, I'm going to sit here and look through IMDb. Mad About You, Millennium, There's Wrongfully Accused, The Nutty Professor, The X-Files, Soul Man, the TV series Soul Man, which I think is actually about a priest, not about a guy in blackface, thankfully. Larry Sanders Show, Sybil. Oh, she was in Albino Alligator. Love and